Hey, good afternoon. Today I'm going to show you how to make salad rolls. You're probably going to be familiar with these if you've seen these in any kind of Vietnamese deli or something like that. They're basically rice wraps with traditional filling of shrimp and rice vermicelli, some lettuce, and a little bit of carrot. Alright? Now, so you will need to get the rice papers at a specialty store. Usually I had an open package of the round ones that are really hard to work with. And now they're making square ones, which are so much easier, and I'm going to show you how to use these today. Hopefully you can buy them at your market. Alright, so first thing to do is, I already did this, is just get some fresh lettuce, wash it, break it up into pieces about this big. Okay, and just set that on the side. Alright, and I'm going to get the water boiling for the rice vermicelli and defrost the shrimp at the beginning. Now I should mention for this you definitely will need some plastic wrap because I'm going to be making a whole bunch of these. Now the reason you need the plastic wrap is when you start lining them up on the plate, they will stick together. So you do want to wrap them individually because it's got shrimp in it. I'm going to make a batch for me today, but you know, if you're by yourself, don't plan to make too many in advance because they won't keep too long. I wouldn't keep these in the fridge more than a day or two. So first thing to do is get the carrot ready. So I just peel the ends off there. I got one of these peelers. These are really nice, these things, okay? So once you got that peeled, you just definitely want to fine grate all this right into a bowl. Yeah, so that's way more than enough. Okay, so next, defrost the shrimp. You can either do these in the fridge overnight. I just like to do them under cold running water for a couple of minutes. Right, so the water's nearly boiling, and I will need the strainer again for the rice vermicelli. So the shrimp are pretty easy. Just they're cooked already, so just pull the tails off and toss the tails in a plastic bag there. Alright, so I've got the shrimp all cleaned there, and I've got the colander cleaned out, so I'm going to pop these in the fridge in the meantime while I get the vermicelli ready. Water's at full boil, and if you notice, okay, so I've opened this up. A little bit of this goes a really long way, okay? So there's three of these in 1 pound. And like I said, this whole pound cost me $1. It was on sale, but I mean still. So this is like 30 cents, and you can probably do the whole recipe. It makes so much that I'm just gonna cook one at a time. We'll see if I've got enough, all right? All right, so these have been in for about 3 or 4 minutes, and they're done, all right? Okay, so we're all set up for assembly there. I'm just going to pour some water in here. This will cool off as you work, and you may need to retouch it up, because if the water gets too cold, the rice paper gets really difficult to work with. You'll notice I've got some sheets of plastic wrap all ready to set up, and I also have a pair of scissors, alright? Because you may end up getting more noodle than you want. And then as long as the scissors are clean, just cut it off, it's fine. Alright, so get 1 square of rice paper and just pass it through the water quickly. Alright, try not to get the boiling water on your hands because it's really hot. Okay, sort of like passing paper through developing fluid when they used to make pictures the old-fashioned way. Alright, so first thing you want to do is put a little bit of lettuce on, alright? Then get some noodles. And like I say, you can see that's a bit too much. I'll just tilt the camera a bit so you can see. Alright, so that's a little too much. So you just want to like cut some off and just get what you need. Alright, because you don't want too much on these or the wrappers won't close properly. Then, depending on the size of your shrimp, if they're bigger than this, you can put 3 on this. They're really small, so I'm going to put, just basically line it up for the length of the roll. Just grab a little bit of carrot to taste on top, not too much, alright? Now, in the time that you did that, the wrapper has gotten soft enough that it can bend. This is why you don't put too much lettuce in these, because you don't want it punching through the paper, alright? So, grab the ends over that, like that. And you'll notice that the wrapper is actually cracking, but it doesn't matter because it self-seals. And then what you do is just roll it to the end, alright? Get a piece of plastic wrap. You can tear off the plastic wrap one by one. I just find assembly is a lot quicker when you got it all ready to go. Alright? And there you got one. Okay? And just keep going like that. Okay, and I'll give it a shot with one of the round ones so you can see how that goes. The round ones hold a lot less stuff than the square ones, so you got to really plan this carefully if you're only stuck getting the round ones. That's why I always use the square ones if I can get them. They're just so much easier. Yeah, and it's really important you not try to overfill these, okay? Because it just won't happen. Now on this one, on the round one, I'll only be able to get 4 shrimp in instead of 5. But the nice part is, because these wrappers are so cheap, you can end up making more salad rolls. Okay? See, and there's a tear, and don't worry about it. So, they're all done. I have to go back to get more lettuce. Finished all the shrimp. And just for you to know, there is still this much noodles left. So that one little pack made all of this. I got a bit of grated carrot left for the dipping sauce later. Yeah, okay, so this is how much it made. Oh, and just as a side note, alright, these square papers were getting on my last nerve because I guess I got a bad batch and they just kept cracking. Luckily, I had a backup batch in the pantry, so I used these, and these were just great, and they were round. But even with the added cost of the second batch that I wasn't expecting, this entire thing came in at less than $15 Canadian, okay? So I don't know how much they're charging where you buy them, but I'm sure that this is definitely cheaper, all right? And I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you again.